comma, gotta get it, get it.
Hey, you maniacs, what's going on? We're ready for some more Condors action tonight. We hanging out, we chilling, gamers gaming. I'm Leaf, hanging out with Andrew Ireland, ready to watch some Valorant. Wow, 2 nights of Valorant in a row. How lucky you are if you're a Valorant fan.
Yeah, it's back-to-back. It's 3 if you count the games on the weekend as well. Maybe 4.
Oh yeah, I guess that's
Sunday,
true if we're going for the weekend. But
we didn't stream the Sunday Valorant game, although we checked in.
Yes, we were kind of tuning in on that one here. And there's more Valorant throughout the rest of the week too. I mean, our varsity squad's going to be playing on Friday, so tune in for that. But tonight. It is not our GC squad, not our varsity squad, but our academy squad. They're going to be hanging out tonight. We don't have those fancy hero shots for you guys to look at this time, so we'll just look at them live action while they're getting all prepped up. They look like they're in a good atmosphere right now and a good attitude.
Yeah, they still, we don't have the hero shots, but they still look like they're heroes there. They're ready to be.
They're my heroes.
Ready to be Valorant.
Only if they win tonight. Then I hate them all.
Of course, yeah. But they have been a pretty winning team. Seems like they did well in their season. I quickly looked over this.
Did well in their season. Let's talk about their standings so far.
Sure.
And by so far, I mean that's over, and they're into playoffs now for ECAC. Yeah. Because in the standings, by golly, did they do well? Read those numbers for me right now, Andrew.
Well, if you look at number 1 in first place, that's the Condors Esports Academy with 6-0.
That is a 6-0. You're
on the season.
Wow. I didn't bring my glasses today. So
yeah, the exact opposite of RCE Valorant Red.
I'm tricking everyone. I have my contacts in. I can still see it. It's 6-0.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a good season for the academy team. We find a lot of these academy teams out of the Condors program are very strong.
Yeah,
like our Call of Duty team as well.
All these leagues sleeping on us, putting us in these low leagues. Like, what the heck, man? Even our just because we're academy doesn't mean we're not good. Like, it's just ridiculous. But, of course, groups are over. Now it comes to the playoffs, and this comes to the point where you might start to come across some competition that starts to give you a little bit more oomph, a little more resistance, some speed bumps on the other side here. So hopefully maybe we can bring in some of that momentum from that 6-0 into the bracket and start kicking some butt here too.
Oh, for sure. You definitely want to see it. You want to see the team do well and be able to roll that momentum in, but it is going to be very interesting to see how they continue to play. If they do start to hit a few more snags in the road, all of a sudden the team's a little bit stronger, and that's when you see really the character of what a team is made out of,
right?
How they handle that adversity when things start to go for the other team.
Yeah, no, I'm hoping there's a little bit of a challenge, right? Because if you don't get any challenge at all, well then it's not fun.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Sure, pub something's cool and all, but I don't know. If you're an esports players on an esports team, if you're in ranked, sure, that's fun. Give me my MMR. I'll take free MMR all day.
Yeah.
But when it comes to competition like this, losing, you're not losing MMR, so there's not I don't look at that as a bad thing. I look at how can I get better as a competitor.
Of course.
And you hope that a scenario like this is going to give you those opportunities to have competition that lets you get better as a competitor.
Yeah, exactly. The way you just put it is great. You want to have that level of challenge that keeps you on your toes, keeps you improving, and makes you realize sometimes the need to improve, because it's easy to get complacent too.
The reckoning.
When you're like, uh-oh, that was bad.
Yeah. I mean, it's that moment of, oh, I have habits I didn't realize that I had before. Mm-hmm. The way they're getting punished. I actually have to fix these?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you're playing teams that are not really up to your caliber, you're not seeing those mistakes go unpunished. And you start building habits that may end up putting you in more trouble later on. You may start being just an overall worse team and actually be in those lower leagues because of the habits you build up if you're not being challenged.
Yeah, I find especially with esports, habits, not specifically at the highest levels, but habits are very easy to esports, rather video games in general, it's very easy to start getting into habits, especially if you're just kind of queuing into a pub match and using it to decompress from your hard day at work or whatever. Yeah. That's when you're like, brain goes off, habits start to happen. I'm sure there's a million things I do wrong in every single video game I play, but
I mean that's 100% of us actually.
How it's fun as well.
Yeah.
But, so it's good to exactly have that adversity, that challenge.
Yeah, exactly. And I do want to bring up before we get into the match our opponents, Wichita. What is that logo? They look crazy right now.
I think it's a scarecrow, but Wichita Scarecrows doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, so maybe it's Wheat Men?
That looks
Wheat
like
Kings?
I don't know. That looks like someone I came across downtown.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Definitely a Halloween themed one.
But anyways, what I like about tonight is nothing crazy. Yesterday, we saw Pearl as a map pick, and that threw us off. We'd never seen that before. Tonight, very straightforward. The Condors taking bind to start it off. We'll be on attack there, setting the pace, which is a good way to start all of this. And then we head on to Split, another map that every team is going to love. Abyss, though, Andrew, is our decider here.
Yeah, I haven't seen a team play on Abyss in a while. I'm sure it comes up in the various streams, but
here and there, yeah.
I've seen plenty of Split lately, Spit and Split.
Yeah, people love. I mean, Split, it's just a classic, right? Yeah. I mean, it's the one that really knows, which I'm hoping turns into a good 2-0 for us. I mean, if we can go in with a win on our map, our first pick there, that's just wonderful. We're in a good position because it's not like we're going to a map that no one else knows. It is intriguing that, Split's the second pick there, knowing, our opponents knowing who they're up against.
Yeah, for sure. Because, like you said, it seems like every team is very well-versed in Split. Maybe that's WSU's bread and butter, but it's just like the Condors are going to know how to play Split.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like everybody is going to know how to play Split too. But there is something else we got to talk about before we get into this matchup here, because things might change a little bit if you weren't paying attention. Talk to me about the changes that we just saw happen with the game going into our matchup today. Yeah,
so a patch went live today. Quite a few changes, little changes to gun damage distance. Some characters had some tweaks, but the biggest change probably is that they added a regen shield.
Wow, that's a big change, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely going to be interesting. It costs $650, so a little cheaper than the full shield.
Right.
Only provides 25 shield at a time, but there's 50 shield worth of reserve. So after you're out of combat for 3 seconds, it'll bring you back up to 25 shield.
Okay.
So
now, I was going to switch over and talk about this. It's our agent picks right now. I really feel like we don't need to. I mean, it's just everyone's going to go with the picks they always go with, right? Like, it's nothing out of the ordinary.
It's already locked in.
Like, this is what you tend to see here. I've seen it a few times. Yeah, the Viper coming out for on bind specifically too. It tends to be a pick, but that is good. Like, the Viper's great for kind of almost a guaranteed round, But there it is. Oh, locked it in.
Yep. Bullseye with the Viper. I think that's Bullseye.
You're definitely right. That's Bullseye. Yeah. I actually like the look of it. It's got that cool trident in the middle of the name.
It's almost like a medieval text. Like
I was going to go I was going to go Olympian or like
Right. Yeah, like ancient Greek.
Atlantis.
Yeah, you got the trident for the Y.
Yeah. That's what it looks like. No, that's definitely like a beta symbol there, right? Yeah. No, that's.
Yep.
Yeah. I like it, but. I don't know if that's going to affect how they play.
Right? Maybe it tilts you when you see it in the kill feed for a second.
No, I'm sure that won't do too much there. And there it is, the Rays locked in on the other side. That again, not surprising to see what we see there. Zenith, the only other one going with a different pick from us with the chamber there. Yep. But I think it's pretty standard play, to be honest, when it comes to what we see from Bind.
Yeah, it looks like both teams are set up to play pretty pretty recognizable style of game here. We'll definitely see how Conestoga decides to mount their attacks as this game starts to get underway in a little bit. But I feel like there was one more thing you wanted to say about the shields. I don't know if it's...
Yeah, I did. Just before we get into it, I wanted to mention that it can be a better pick sometimes, because the regen, if you use it up, ends up working out to be a bit more than that full shield. So it's, I'd be at a cheaper cost as well, but it has to be used. So if you're under sustained fire, that's probably not going to be something that might be the option. You might opt for that 50 instead, just to make sure that sustained fire is not chipping away at your actual health. So I could see that specifically being picked for a duelist that might dip and dive, like a jet specifically as well. I mean, a jet that gets in might get dinged a couple times, might want to get back in that battle with that health regen as well.
For sure. I feel like it would also be a helpful thing if you're running an operator. We're seeing some action right off the bat. Bullseye with the headshot.
Or if your opponents are running one too. But either way, we're underway against Wichita. We hold attack first. We get to kind of set the pace, and these pistol rounds going to be a lot more important now, because going into that second round, you've got those cheaper regens. It's like your pistols, that's going to be a lot harder to win those second rounds if you're going on an eco.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely really want to put a lot of focus into winning this pistol round now. We'll see how they get used to it. Like the patch went live today, so a lot of teams haven't really had time to adjust their play styles yet.
See, this is where, if you didn't have, of course, a teammate that can heal you, this is where that regen shield would be handy. And I'm curious if we see any even picked up as a force buy on second. I don't know. But either way, come on, get us 2 here, Sunter. There's double. And that's going to bring things back into a closer round here.
Yep. Now a 3v2 with that was some great flicks by Sunter. Hit 2 people on different sides.
Yeah, I like it.
Unfortunately, both taken down by Kumo and Bullseye.
Yeah, that felt like it was going to be a little bit of a team effort, but it took too long to get that initial kill. They were both trying to team up on team shooting there, but then they get taken out by the side swipe. And unfortunate pistol loss. And now we get to see the effects of this. I mean, I'm curious what the symbol is too. I actually haven't seen it yet. If anyone does purchase that on the scoreboard.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully,
it looks like,
hopefully, it gives us some sort of indication to see who has it. It doesn't look like you'll necessarily be able to tell right away.
Well, coming into the second round, we'll see if the Condors can go against the odds that we feel they might have now. It's already a difficult round to win. And sticking together is going to be the good call. They'll wrap over to B site there and push their way in as quick as possible, maybe to catch them off guard. Use the rollout, get on site. Through the wall there. They're not able to get a kill, and they're going to lose 2 players right off the bat on that push.
Yeah, they're still working their way towards B. They might start thinking about another route here, though, as you see the Cypher backing off a little bit.
Yeah, they still have bomb or spike. That's the important thing.
Just a slow play on this angle.
Yeah.
You can see on the spectator view that every single Wichita player is looking at this gateway.
Of course. I mean, what do you do here? This is definitely a back off and leave kind of situation. Yeah, you only get 1 for the traded of 2 of Biscuit's kills there, and now that spike down, you're done. Yeah, you got to go into death territory. If you're going to win that, it's either maybe a TP or a wraparound. I don't know, but it's definitely, that's hard. I mean, what do you do?
Yeah, I wonder if, like, earlier in the round, the change of style you might have to adopt if you're anticipating regen shields is to kind of go in guns blazing on your lost pistol round, just because you got to catch them before that 3-second regen.
Yeah. Oh, if you're going in, you're going in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was too many well-equipped players on the other side on that B site for us to handle there. 2 rounds to the hands of our opponents. Wichita. I'll mention it's not Baker Swarm. Wait, is it Baker Swarm? No, I think that just wasn't changed. I was going to say, do they have the same name as Wichita? That'd be crazy. The Scarecrow guys. Either way, we're pushing up over to A site here, right on site. Now that we're bought up a little bit better, but you hope the guns get utilized a little better. You want Mornu to be at least getting 1 trade and entry frag there to let the team work a little better on site. Yep. And with the spike down, it's going to be a little harder here for them. Yeah,
unfortunately, Mornu got taken out when he went around that corner, and now it's a 3v4, which is a little bit tough. They've got to grab this bomb. It's not super far away here from the Condors player, but getting there might be a challenge through this smoke.
sprays a little wide there. Most of the bullets missing. And that's going to be a life loss. But Rocket is going to be able to lock down 2 kills as a result. And they are at a player advantage here. 38 seconds left, but now it's down into that 1v1. Spike down. That's a player. That's an agent you want, though, if you are going to a 1v1. Not a bad pick to have a Cypher to be able to get that extra information with
for sure. That intel is going to be huge for him. He was able to make out the player in the back and there knows which way he's going to be rotating in. Able to put a tripwire down, too.
No, that's massive. I mean, that's why I say this is a character that you want because if Bullseye tries to walk on through this, he's going to get picked out there. Oh, as long as the bullets land their shots there. I was worried for a second, but the second spray makes the mark. And there's a round win there for the Condors. Good round win. I mean, it's a good round win, but it's a round win which is good.
Very well played by Rocket, even though he, had to spray a little bit there at the at the end. He came in and cleaned up those 2 players after they took out his teammates. And maybe you're seeing a little bit of like first playoff game jitters too, with some of the shots being sprayed wide and just finding their groove as well. Yeah,
I mean it's early on. We're only 3 rounds in. It's always around 4 to 5. Halfway through, you start seeing how teams are going. How's the momentum starting to handle around? Our team's starting to adjust to each other. We've seen plenty of times where it's a back and forth at the beginning, 3-3 or so, and all of a sudden it just gets carried away. And half dependent. It can be half dependent as well.
Yeah. We're going to see a bit of a little split here from Conestoga. There are a few people in the middle and a couple trying to go toward B, see if they can get some intel. I don't think they've discovered much yet, although they see that wall go up.
Yeah, I was going to buy a lot of time. I mean, they're not going to be silly and push on through that there. The Bullseye finding the mark. Sunter's taken out immediately. You see Rocket just keeping an eye on a potential res or anybody there. Can we make our way back to the other side? There's 3 players missing from the Condors, and they need to pick the site that's the least defended right now, and they're making the right pick. The problem is, you see it quickly, Wichita making their way over, and this spike plant, you're probably going to be able to call it where it is. I expect some bullets to fly through and hit them. Yeah, and then a little bit of acid there to push him off the site before that spike goes down.
Yeah. Is he able to get it to halfway? I don't believe so. Or it doesn't matter. It's only for diffusing anyways. YG able to pick up a kill, though, on Biscuits. So it brings it down to a 3v2. A little more doable.
Yeah, you see him pulling back over to the TP. They're going to know immediately they got to go over there. But you're right. This does bring it into a bit more of a doable situation. And Kumo is going to make it not a doable situation.
Went from a doable to a double.
Yeah. It's not what Condors were hoping for, and they'll drop another round here, 3-1 for Wichita.
Yeah, some good flicks there by Kumo. It seems like he was warming up.
Yeah, and again, you just hope the Condors start to find a bit of that momentum going forward. Wichita up with a 2-round lead. You're hoping the Condors start to find a little bit of luck here. It does feel like some of the gunfights, it's a little less structured sometimes. If they can start landing a couple of aim trainer shots here, maybe they can find themselves a little more luck. Still early on, though. They make their push over to, well, both sides. They got the split going on right now, but they're getting aggressive on B site just to show, hey, we're going to push this, but then maybe go for a fake TP to the other side. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to see here. They get a little bit of damage done on the other side. A trade comes out. They make their way over to B side, but they're going to have to get on that pretty quick. Knives out for Sunter, and you hope that these start to connect with any defenders that might be here to block them out.
Yep, for sure. He sees that one player around the corner, not able to connect with that first knife, but they know they're there, so they're going to be watching that angle. And he gets the knife on the kill right there on Vinna. He's going to see if there's another player coming around. He's anticipating that a little bit. Doesn't hit the knife, and unfortunately, Kumo takes out YG.
Yeah, down to a player disadvantage yet again. Mornu on the Sheriff. You just got to click the head once, and you can do it. I mean, with low health like that, he's just got to click anywhere on the body, but he can't find it because he gets side-swiped over there. Yeah. And that spike's going to get defused.
Yeah, not able to get away from that gunfire as they were getting shot at from multiple angles. And unfortunately, that goes another round in the Wichita State favor.
Yeah. The Condors starting to lose a little bit of that momentum to our opponents right now. this would be a time for timeout, and that's exactly what's going to happen here.
Yeah, I think that's a good time to take that timeout. Just try and settle everything down. Our coach, I believe it's Nan, is going to be chatting with. Is he coach?
I mean, he tends to chat with them. I ame just a team lead. I don't know if he's
perhaps. I saw him. Oh no, it doesn't look like he's in there today.
No, I didn't see him.
I thought I saw his name in the lobby. It's a mistake by my reading.
Come on.
I gotta get my facts straight.
Yeah, you gotta get your facts straight, buddy. I gotta come after you. I thought there wouldn't be fact checking.
You wouldn't think so, but hey, look, we take this very seriously, and we want to get everything right. So I will. If I say something wrong, I will correct myself, or get corrected by you usually.
Yeah. I'll call you out. Sometimes I'll be nice about it too.
Thank you.
Yeah, squad's got to figure something out. I mean, it's obviously you feel it. There's just a little bit of scrambliness when it comes to the gunfights. It does feel. I already said the words. I'll say it again. The less structured on some of these attacks. And, I mean, you're really hoping that this is we came in with this as our pick, right? Yeah. You're hoping that we've got the game plan here, but it definitely feels, like our opponents have a bit more of an idea of defense. Maybe we're looking to defense. Maybe that's our goal.
Right.
The hard thing is them having that Viper on defense, right? Like, they are playing for that right now, and I think that's definitely going to help them out. So hopefully when we swap, we can find some luck.
Yeah, definitely. You want to see if things can kind of change the momentum. But even before that, we'll see how this timeout changes the way the Condors are going to play this round. Seems like they're going to be moving up through at the middle, and there's a gunfight slowly happening. People taking peeks and quick shots through the wall at this doorway here. We got a Viper smoke down, I believe.
Keep them out. Keep them out. That's exactly what they're doing. Condors. Ooh, gotta find one. YG's got one. Back off. There's another one. 2 for YG. That's a great stop. That's what I wanted. I wanted those shots to be nice, locked in, crosshairs on target. Maybe Mornu could get another one. Yep. This is what I'm looking for for the Condors. That timeout coming in at the right time. They're locking in right afterwards.
Absolutely. Some very clean shooting by the Condors to start this round off. They're already up now 5-1. We lose a player to Biscuits, but everyone's on his tail, and that's going to be the round win for the Condors with Rocket with a headshot.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. Utilizing that timeout beautifully.
Yep, good plan by YG to get that shot, create some space for himself, and then hit another one there as well, as we're seeing on the replay right here.
No, it was nice and controlled. I liked it, and it pulled the opponents out into an open spot there. You don't know when YG's going to poke again, and that really is up to YG to set the pace on that, so I love it.
Mm-hmm. Another noticeable change, which might be worth mentioning, is that they changed the damage fall-off range for the Phantom. So it's instead of at 15 meters and 30 meters respectively dropping twice, it only drops once at 20 meters, and it goes from 39 to 35. So it has effectively a longer range.
Oh, right, yeah. No, that is a big change too. Well, only 2 down now, as opposed to the 3 we were in the round before. Mm-hmm. Will be a good spot for our buys for our equipment, and hopefully we can convert that into another round. We're stacking up on a site, but you see that our opponents, what are they doing? Kind of the same thing. They got 3 there. They're a little bit ready for that. What? Wall out. That's going to allow that roll out on there. It's going to be a little bit harder for opponents here. Yeah, they're going to get shut down quite quickly in the showers, and that's going to be a great start there for the Condors.
Yeah, Morner comes in, guns blazing with that rocket, and all of a sudden it is now 4 Condors to 3 Wichita State. Scarecrows, probably. They're going to slowly make their way and hold off for this retake.
Yeah, I mean, you want to play it a little safe here. It's not like you're ready and winning. You know, you could lose one player, and all of a sudden you're at an even matchup here. Going to flash out there, see if there's anyone in there. Nobody. Ooh, yeah, just hold off the pokes. You got the spike in a real good spot. You got to watch that push. It's about to happen, though. Ooh, not the information. Just keep them off. Keep them away here. Still got the player advantage, and they're going to have this one. There's no way that they're going to be able to get the defuse here. They run off, and Condors hopefully get there to punch your way out. Get out of there.
Yeah. You don't want to go down to the spike there, I guess. And yeah, that's another round for the Condors. So they're within 1. It's now 4-3. That timeout very much paying off.
Yeah, no, this is great. To be able to lock in 2 rounds after, 1's good. Get the conversion. But a double right after, beautiful, beautiful. Steal that momentum back. But if it goes too far, you know our opponents are going to give themselves a little bit of a a little rest, a little timeout as well.
Yeah, they still have that one of those up their sleeve, so you gotta maybe anticipate that if the Condors keep on a roll here. But we'll see how it goes as we go into this next round. Condors going for another A push, it looks like. We've got the Cypher getting a little intel at the laneway toward B, but otherwise everybody else is moving their way toward A. Gotta watch out, though.
Right on site, though. Look at that. They're right in there, ready to go rock. You hope to get the entry. Not there. Mornu down in. Guess what? 2 other teammates with him.
Another one for Zenith with the op there. He snipes YG at some pretty close range.
Rocket's hanging out. Cool himself off a little bit. You ready for the 1v5?
Yep. If anyone could do it, give me Rocket. He got 4 kills in an earlier round.
Yeah.
Be it kind of spread a lot thinner than
yeah,
1v5.
this is a little harder when all your opponents are just watching you. Oh, you know where he is, too. Pops over to their side. Ooh, a little damage. Watch out. Yeah, they're getting scared. Back off.
Okay, so you can see the regen on Zenith right there on the health bar.
Oh, well, that was his teammate healing him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was actually just the heals, yeah.
Okay, so these shields are still difficult to find.
Yep. He's pushing his way in there. He's going.
Yeah.
He's going for it. He's not going to find it.
No. It was definitely quite outmatched right there. I mean, there's
yeah.
4 people waiting on the opposite of that smoke. Definitely a tall order. Oh, it's a woo shock.
It's a woo shock. Big
bundle
bad,
of wheat.
Big, bad, muscle-bound bundle of wheat.
Wichita woo shock. That's cool. I got to do some.
Honestly, when it was blown up a little bit better, it looked better. It was just when it's smaller, I'm just like, what is it? That is
a cluster.
Someone that's out of their mind.
Yeah. Definitely an interesting haircut.
I think it's definitely the wild hair that does it.
Yeah.
The bowl cut.
But kudos to them for having a pretty creative mascot. You know, we see a lot of birds.
That's true. Yeah, a lot of birds. Hey, what are you saying?
There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, a condor is a pretty cool bird, so that's a reason. But
it's very cool. And at least we have alliteration, okay?
Yeah.
Conestoga Condors.
Wichita Woo Shock is alliteration.
It is. No, that's why I'm giving, giving them
course,
credit.
Yeah.
There are some teams out there. There is a team that calls himself the Fumblers.
Yeah. Still alliteration, though. But
it is.
A stretch.
What are you doing?
Yeah. A little bit of a fumble. They're fumbling the bag.
Yeah. Good scaling there from our Condors here on the push. They know that site was being at least held by 1. The flash came out real early on that to get them while they're in their base. It is interesting that they're using those quite early, too.
I've got your trail.
And now they're going to find some information. Of course, that's when the wall goes up here. And they'll move on. Nice little push in there by Sunter. Looks for that backside. They know players are going to be in that back alleyway. That's going to give them a chance, though, to put that spike down. They'll know where to plant it. And Condors ready for some defense here. They're going to lose 1. And around the corner, work together. Come on, get that player out.
Rocket able to pick up biscuits there, so that's 1 for the Condors. Another one there for Sunter. He's traded out, though, and Mornu also goes down to Bullseye.
The double, not good for the defense. There's 3 on the other side for Wichita, and none left for us.
No, there's all the Condors down, and it's now it's going to be a 6-3 game after they get this defuse out of the way.
Yeah, this is starting to pull away a little bit. I'm not super surprised by what we're seeing. I mean, again, for me, one of the big things, I mean, there's two pieces to it. First off, healing. Even if you're only getting a couple pokes in there, you got the heals for defense. Thankfully, we go into defense with that as well. But what they do have also is the Viper. And IMO, I really like having that Viper around when you're playing defense because it's just a good way to, first off, buy a lot of time with the wall. Secondly, you can push people off that plant with the acid, right? And then outside of the acid, you also have the ult that's just going to make it very, very difficult if there's a critical round to be able to win it on attack when you're walking around a pit.
Yeah, no, that Viper is definitely the Viper pit is definitely it's something that the Condors are going to have to find their way to work around because they've been using it quite effectively here on Wichita, and we're going to have to see how to deal with those walls and what strategy we come up with to.
Yeah, well, the big thing we haven't even seen. I believe I can't see if we can see it from here. But no pit out yet. Like it just there was a need for it to be utilized yet, right? So that means Wichita is playing relatively confident right now. They feel like they have this one on lock, so hopefully we can start giving them a little bit of that pressure. Make our way onto A site.
They're going to see if they can get in a little sneak here. That Op is waiting right at the corner, though. And Zenith gets one, but they are able to take him out.
Oh, grab the Op. Do something magic with YG. You don't need the Vandal. Grab the Op and go.
Yeah, definitely. You want to see
Oh, wait, no, is that Chamber? Never mind, we can't. Can we take his? No, we don't think we can.
We've got 10 seconds left to get this spike down and a lot of gunfire, so it's going to be difficult. And all the Condors go down there before they get a chance to plant that spike anyways.
What do you do in that moment when you got 5 players? You just pick an angle and hold it and hope you get the right call? Like, when you're looking around like that, you're giving yourself that chance to not even get a right call, right?
Yeah, especially because you have the added pressure of you still have to get the spike down. It's not like they're on defense, so they need to find their way in there, and you can't even wait for the peaks essentially because the defenders know, hey, I can just not die and we'll win this round.
Well. The Condors have a bit of a battle as we get closer to side swap. Again, hopefully that's what they're playing for.
Good dodge there by Jet to get out of the way of that snipe. That was a very close one. Not using any abilities to dodge that, just some moment of intuition. Got him to back off. Yeah.
Little batesies, a little poke around the corner, say, hey, I dare you.
Yeah.
See if you can get that flick.
Yeah, exactly. Looks like the Condors are going to make a rotate around to the B site as they've realized there's a little bit less of a challenge over there.
Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts, though. Again, they've oftentimes gone on to sites with not a lot of challenge and then had difficulty holding that. The retakes have been pretty strong for Wichita.
That flash going in. Sunter is traded out. Mornu is traded out with Bullseye, and another one there.
How did he walk away alive on that one? I have no idea how we got the kill there. But we'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to give Condors a little bit of time and some recon to know that they can get this bomb down. Spike, pardon.
Yeah, I wish it was a spawn. Can you imagine you just get to respawn again?
Another one for YG as well on Zenith. So now the Condors have a 4-2 man advantage and the spike down.
Yeah. Well, that's a good position here for the Condors. 7-3 is likely to turn into a 7-4. So Condors finally managed to get themselves onto a site nice and cleanly and only losing one player in the meantime.
That was a well-executed round by the Condors there, able to work together as a unit and just get that advantage. Forced Wichita to play a little bit weird, a little bit more fragmented, and it's good to do that type of stuff when you're on offense. We'll see if the Condors can keep that up.
Hopefully, anything can go here, and they're proving their opponents are definitely a team that is coming in with a little semblance. It doesn't feel like this is like out of reach by any means, but it certainly does feel like it's up to the Condors to try and win this one. Kumo's getting some information there. Sam holding on back just a little bit before they want to make their way onto site.
Trade out there by YG. He gets one headshot, but unfortunately taken down by Biscuits. It's now 4-on-4. So we have the Jet kind of making their way around to B site, but looking for some intel. Or sorry, toward A site, but now rotating back.
Yeah, this is they want the B site cap again. They might feel like they've baited out the other side enough here, but another player for the opponents. Brimstone is rotating around here. Rollout, get on site real quick here. With that cage out, that's actually going to buy a little bit of time here. Mornu decides to lock in the rocket. And you're going to want to use that real quick. Yeah, they're backing off. They know not to step into that territory. There it is. The pit is out, and that's going to give a little bit of space here for the opponents. Interesting placement for that, but that does get them closer onto the site there. But not close enough. Condor should be in a good spot to hold this. If Mornu can hold this peak around the corner there, see the fight. There it is, finished off by Sunter.
Yep. That was a good job by Sunter to get back on the site, get that sight line, and they're probably going to be able to hold off this last player. They just got to take out Bullseye, who has been hitting their shots today.
2 left. Yeah, that's it. I don't know if we're going to be able to get away in time. Oh, yeah, cool. Timer will go away. That was very close, though.
Yeah.
Wow, that was
When you
anxiety.
hear the bomb start going fast, you're like, uh-oh.
That was anxiety-inducing. I'm like, it's got to blow up before they go next round.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a good play to get that last player bullseye off the map because he's been dangerous. Good shot by Rocket.
Yeah, another round in the bag for the Condors. And you like to see it. You like to keep this nice and close. I was worried going into the next half that this would be a very troublesome scenario for the Condors, but keeping it within 2, that's definitely, I'm cool with this.
Yeah, that's a good spot to be in for the switch of the half. Obviously, you'd want to be in the lead, but to be close is great.
What you looking at? You're very intently staring.
Trying to decipher what's going to happen here. looks like Wichita's going up the middle towards A site. If I had to make a guess based off the information that is directly in front of us, quite plainly spelled out.
Good guess. I guess they're going to find information on that site, and then they're going to back off, do a 360 no scope, go to B, actually back off, go TP over to A again.
Okay, so a very convoluted plan.
Yeah, it's not. It would be a very bad plan, especially for pistols, though.
Yeah.
So that's not going to happen.
Definitely the 360 seems a little frivolous with pistols. Get a kill for Sunter on Zenith as Zenith took out Mornu, so that's a trade. Another one for Sunter. He's picked up 2 now.
Good night, Sam.
Yep. Sam goes down to Kumo.
Sunter just watches him, too.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Unlucky for you.
Yep. It's now a 3v3, and we've got the Wichita players going a little bit uncontested to B, so it's going to be a retake for the Condors.
Yeah. What'd I talk about going to B, though?
Yeah.
I got a third of it right so far.
All right. Okay, we just need 1 360 no scope, and then your hit rate's quite high.
And a jump over to A, but I don't think that's going to happen since they already planted spike on B.
Yeah. We got YG coming in here. Hopefully going to see some people with that Astro ability going in. They're going to make their way towards the spike.
Yeah, they're in there now. The Cage knows well, but sneaky deaky, like Kumo says, I don't care if I can't see. I know you're probably getting in there real quick because you don't got a lot of time left. It was the right call for Kumo. Good call from them.
Yep. And that now makes it 8-5 for the Wichita State
Woo-Shocks.
Woo! the Woo-Shocks.
Yeah,
that's how it's pronounced.
That's great. But as you see there, we'll remind you, this is a single elimination. If you lose this, you done so. Okay. So for the Condors, especially losing your map pick, you want to stay away from that. We have absolutely seen it before, though, where teams trade map picks, especially on common maps. I mean, these are things every team is familiar with. Bind, Split, even Abyss. So,
yeah, we're seeing it looks like the Woo-Shocks are going to be moving their way toward B again for this round. Let's see how they'll hold off. This is another one of those right after the pistol round. Probably some regen shields in the mix.
Yeah, a little bit of a confusion on how they should push. Good hold there for the Condors just to buy a little more time. It does make the opponents rethink their strategy. They have to take another approach now. They're going to stick with B site, but they're going to make their way around a different way. Mornu, great shot there on Zenith. That puts them in a good spot, 5-3. For the Condors on defense, we're going to lose Rocket on that cross. And another player, too, Biscuits. Oh, man, this is not turning around for us.
Yeah, that quickly turned into the Wichita State favor as they were able to take out 3 Condors there quite quickly. Now we're going to see how Condors can do this retake on a 2v3.
Yeah, especially with Mornu just sitting in the middle of a war zone for a moment. They're somehow coming out, but with most of their limbs missing. So they just get yelled at, a little boo, and they're probably dead here. Yep. Yeah, that's exactly it. Kumo going to work together with a teammate on site there. Great kill from Sunter, though. There's 2 left. You got to bait them out. Try to pull out some of the shots. Let them know you are. This actually is winnable here for him. If you can get that headshot, you can't. Could have turned on the other player, too. That was a winnable position, but the shots need to be landed.
Yeah. Anytime you're outmatched, too, you've got to, not outmatched, outnumbered, you've got to factor that into the mental as well, where it's like, how carefully do I play this? Like, when am I going to get pinched? And that's another round that goes in the Wichita favor, 9-5 now.
Timing. It's a big part of it. Big part of it. 9 rounds to Wichita. The Condors are not far behind. 4 rounds behind is not terrible at all, but you do hope to start getting a little more momentum sooner, especially if our opponents walk their way into double digits if they can take this next round.
Yeah, you definitely want to try and take a round before they get to the double digits, just to make that gap not seem so big.
Whoa, everybody's there.
Yeah, they moved in really quick right there on the attack. Full team just pushing. We're going to see how the Condors hold this off.
Oh,
yeah, one through the smoke for Sunter. That's a nice headshot.
Yeah, you don't expect maybe much, but something at least. And at least they got one. The trade will come out. Zenith finishes off Sunter before any more kills come out. Spike will get planted. Condors down a player still, but they got to go for the retake.
Yep. Morner gets one there on the retake, so there's now a 3v3. They've got to deal with this Viper wall, which can make it quite difficult.
Morner doesn't care at all. He makes his way right onto site, and the Condors almost keeping it even. Yeah, that's going to hurt. This is real hard if they turn the corner on you at any point there.
Yeah, Sam with just a sliver of health, unfortunately. Not really in the greatest positioning, and they were just able to turn the corner on him.
That's the health, too. You have 0 chance to react to one bullet, and even in your toes, and you're done. And, yeah, I was going to call it out before. I feel like the 10th round win is where you call it a timeout. So it's they're on target right now for what they should be doing. They're doing what they got to do, but they got to shut this down. Otherwise, map 1, their pick's going to be going over to Wichita.
Yeah, you definitely want to try and at least make it a little closer on map 1, just to remind Wichita, like, hey, we're a competent Valorant team here, and we're not going to just get walked over on our own map pick. But yeah, you can see if we were looking at the stats here as well. Bullseye's been having a great game, and I see where he gets his name from. 18 kills on the board for him.
Yeah,
it's definitely been a bit of a thorn in the Condors' side. We've got Sunter for the Condors doing pretty well himself, but you can see the difference in deaths where there's 3 different Wichita players with less than 10 deaths.
You know why?
They're winning.
It's cheating. He's got a 34 ping.
That helps.
We have 40.
That definitely helps. We do have one player with 22 ping, which I don't totally understand how that works, because they're all using
how that happens either.
they're using computers in the same place.
They're literally sitting beside each other. Yeah. It's not enough to be a big enough difference here, but that is intriguing. That's networking for you, man. That's why people have degrees in that stuff.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Wow. Right on site. Sunter, our lead fragger right now for the Condors. Knives out. Ready to set things on fire. Well, not on fire. Ready to cut people in half.
Send some slices out. A quick shotgun hit. Gets a little bit of damage on the Zenith there.
Hey, a little bit of damage better than no damage, especially if you walk away with your life and no damage on you as well.
Rocket able to finish off the Zenith that aforementioned was damaged. And now the Condors are going to try and move in for this retake.
Yeah, they've got a decent split here, but that wall is going to end up being a problem there if it was
Two
up.
quick ones for Rocket, though, and he's makes his way through the showers here, and now puts Condors at a pretty good advantage for this retake if they can get the positioning in.
Oh, you love to see it. This is looking good. Get him in the face with a knife. Sunter is going to make sure they can guarantee a round win. Again, converting off of their timeout.
Yeah, you definitely see a lot of that, and that was some well placed knives by Jet there.
Aye, that's not a knife. This is a knife. We missed it.
That's the knife.
Oh, okay. It was right. This is right after the knife.
Right. Okay. But I actually haven't seen that movie. I just know the reference, probably from The Simpsons.
Yeah, but very likely they did too. You know, here's the thing: is I wasn't allowed to watch The Simpsons growing up. So I actually just don't get a lot of references people make about it.
I definitely was a little younger than the age of people that would watch it religiously.
Right. Yeah.
So
it was like around mine and previous generation, but
definitely I watched the Simpsons movie a lot because I was perfect age for the Simpsons movie when it came out. I was like 11, and
it's 11's a perfect age to watch the Simpsons.
Yeah.
That's when I wasn't allowed to watch it.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I lost my train of thought. I wanted to ask. Do you think, by the way, the Woo Shocks, wouldn't it be better to call them the Woo Stocks? I feel like stock is kind of a better word for something made out of like vegetation.
I think shock is something to do with wheat because and I'm only basing this off. I know of a beer called Shock Top.
Okay. Yeah, Shock Top. Okay.
And
might be right.
It's a wheat beer, so that's why I'm thinking there's some sort of a shock has something to do with wheat. If I had to make a guess. We're getting a quick Google in here.
Yeah. Nothing's happening in the game.
Yeah.
So.
not a lot is happening. They're slowly making their way onto B site, these WuShock team, but shots fired, nobody down yet. No kills on the board for either team this round. Kumo is going to be planting the bomb, and the Condors are going to start rotating their way through the back to get over to that B site.
Well, they still got 5 players here for the retake, which is, it is good. They're all coming from backside, no one at mid there to help out on any extra angles here. We lose 2 players on that pushing. This is going to make it a little bit more difficult. They're going to be running out of time here for that spike, for that defuse. But there are 2 really hurting players on the other side. It's not going to make a difference.
Yep.
An 11th round here for Wichita State.
Yeah, you thought maybe after that first pick going around the corner that maybe the Condors would be able to mount some sort of retake attack, but unfortunately they were just, the WuShocks were all ready for them. And we're going to go into the next round is now down 11-6.
A stock, also referred to as a shock or stack, is an arrangement of sheaves of cut grain stalks placed so as to keep the grain heads off the ground while still in the field and before collection for threshing.
Interesting. So shock, stack, and stock all could have worked. They could be the Woo
Stooks.
Yeah, Woo stocks.
That doesn't sound as good.
Woo stacks.
The Woo stacks. Woo stacks is not too bad.
Yeah, sounds like a rap group.
Yeah, well, Woo, I was thinking that's the Woo part of it.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Sunder are able to pick up a kill on Zenith, start things off for the Condors, but the WuShocks get that intel and they start moving their way over to B instead. All the Condors are at A.
Yeah, it's chaos.
Right Cypher. Rocket picks up a kill. He's traded out though by Bullseye.
Yeah, they're making their hard push over there and spike down, but it's not going to be the easiest.
No, it's
position to hold from.
Yeah, 3v2 retake, which the numbers are a little bit in the Condors' favor, but the positioning is obviously in the WuShock's favor. We'll see how they do here on this corner.
Yep, Sunder with a 2-piece. Lock it in. Get around on the board here. Still behind, but every small round is a victory to be celebrated.
Yeah, that's a big kill for Sunder there. That's 2 big kills, really, to get that round blocked in. And the Condors back on the board. Now 11-7, within reach. 4 points is not a whole lot to overcome. Obviously, you can only lose 2 more rounds.
Yeah.
Or you can only lose 1 more round, really. But unless it goes to overtime.
Well, no, you would lose 2. It's 13.
Yeah, wouldn't losing 2 put them at 13 and then they win.
Yeah, but you said you could only lose 1 more.
Yeah, the Condors can only lose 1 more.
What's 11 plus 1?
12.
It's
Yeah.
not 13.
Oh, I thought 13 was the win.
Yes.
So if they lose 2 more, then then wouldn't the WuShocks win?
No, but they can lose 2 more rounds.
Yeah, they can. Sorry, I mean they can only afford to lose 1 more.
Oh, okay, I see.
If they would like to win this match.
I see where communication broke down.
Yeah, if they would like to win, they can lose only 1 more. But if in theory,
they can lose 2. They absolutely
possible.
can lose 2 more.
Yeah.
If they can't get this round here, they're likely going to lose 2 more. Yeah, these next few rounds are going to be huge for them. You don't want to be sitting on match point. That's a lot of mental pressure to make the right moves. Some players will do better under that pressure, but it definitely doesn't help. It's nice to have that extra cushion. Start locking it in right now.
Yeah, I think overall you don't want to be in that position, and we'll see some abilities going out. That Viper wall goes down as looks like they fake a little bit of a push to A, and they're going to start making their way over to B.
Oh, it's working too. Look at the Condors start rotating for that A site.
It seems like both teams have really favored going for B plants this map.
I mean, B is nice because first off, it's a fun one to hold. You only got that backside for the retake, so the retakes are a little harder, and you also have the TP as an option, right? If you can't make your way into B site, you really do have an out that you can go. You don't want to use that too much, but you have that as an out, and Wichita will make their way onto B. They'll plant the spike. They're not backing out, and that pit coming out, this is actually a really good time actually to lock that in because it almost guarantees you that match point.
Yeah, going to be very difficult for the Condors here to make their way onto the site, but Mornu starts things off with a headshot.
It's a Good way to start it there. Trade coming out. Rocket is going to get the download potentially as well. Unfortunately, they lose all their players in the meantime. And yeah, Sam, good heckin' luck, buddy.
Yeah, very difficult for Sam to get in there. He's making his way through this pit, but it's just might not be enough. He gets one kill quickly on Vinna there.
Get the exit. Oh, get the exits. Kill them all. Yeah.
Gets that TP out.
Yeah, that was a couple kills on the way out. Not bad, man. Forced him to buy, but yeah, you're still sitting on match point.
Yeah. It's a little, but it hopefully is not too late, but it might be.
Hopefully it's not too late, but it might be. I'm
a very diplomatic way of saying they might be cooked.
We'll find out in just a few seconds here. Condors have to now win a lot in a row. 7, to be precise, if they want to win this. Otherwise, they'll be in overtime. Condors calling out the wrong spot. They're going to look to push mid here. Rockets are ready to just guarantee this win. They're using their ults, honestly, at a really good point just to make sure they can get on sites. And yeah, this is not going to be difficult for the Condors for that retake. This looks like it could be the locked-in match round.
Yeah, there's a lot of abilities going out. Sunter's able to start things off, but Bullseye quickly trades Sunter out with a pair of headshots for each, and Biscuit's there to take down Rocket. And the Condors are not in a great spot. Get Mornu gets one, but is quickly traded out by Vinha.
Yeah, 2 left. Spike is getting dangerously close to being too late for them to clean it up here. Down to 1, and that's it. Condors cannot lock in their map pick here on Bind, and the Woo Shocks lock in at game number 1. And at the very end there, you see a slow suggestion that you guys should drink some Red Bull. Because they might need it going into round 2.
The official drink of gamers. It's nothing gets you in the zone like a Red Bull.
There's a few things. You could do some jumping jacks. Exercise is a good way to do it as well.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, I guess easily consumed.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't have to take your headset off.
You can crank those back pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah, you saw just a little this.
Yep.
There you go, guys.
Yeah. And yeah, what, you got to get up early tomorrow? No? Okay. Get it in, yeah.
Yeah, this is too late for caffeine for me.
Yeah, definitely for me. I got to be back up at 5.
Yeah, crazy man.
Yeah.
Don't drink caffeine right now. You will not sleep.
No. I'm not. I'm staying as far away from the Red Bull as possible. But I will have a lot of water. I've heard that helps.
That's good. Yeah. Keep hydrated, gamers.
Yep.
Make sure you're hydrated. Hopefully,
the other piece of the equation for gamers.
Yeah. Hopefully the Condors are hydrated as well, because again, they're going to need it going into map 2. Map 2, we head over to Split, where hopefully we can lock it in, because I must remind you that if they lose, they're going to be out.
Yeah. So it's game point on the season.
Yeah. It very much is. We'll find out if they can do that, though. Let's take a little stretch here. Let's go hydrate. You go hydrate.
Do some jumping jacks.
Yeah, do some jumping jacks. I'll tell you if he doesn't. I'll tell you if he lied to us. On the other side of the break, hopefully you got your water, and hopefully we see some Condors dubs.
Condors Esports is innovating intercollegiate gaming in Ontario and beyond. We've built a community where you can compete, play, and work in a dynamic program accessible from all campuses.
Condors Esports is more than just gaming. Here, you'll find empowerment and inspiration in state-of-the-art facilities equipped with the latest technologies and unwavering support.
We are varsity athletes, turning victories into championships as high-performing gamers.
We are relentless, constantly pushing our limits and pursuing excellence through every match.
We are Condors. Gaming connects us on campus or online, all through best-in-class equipment.
We're building a foundation of experience, powered by our passion, and developing skills that drive personal and professional success.
We are eager students, transforming our dreams into careers in dynamic and emerging industries.
Condors Esports goes beyond gaming, fostering enduring friendships, unforgettable experiences, and meaningful connections.
This is your chance to transform your passion for video games, esports, and technology into something impactful. Learn how Conestoga is introducing Condors Esports to your campus and connect with fellow Condors striving to soar.
We
are Condors.
Esports is for everybody. That's what makes this so special, where there's not a lot of barrier to entry. It's, do you have a passion for gaming? That's all it really takes. There's so many different things involved in this. It really does take that full team to make a successful event run. And that's what this program does. You got the lighting going on, you got the video capture going on, you got the whole production crew that are packaging this all together, you have the shoutcasting that's happening. We want to be, that pinnacle for esports. We want students to come here, learn from industry best, and launch their careers in esports. You have that new arena that's being built. To have that investment through the college, it proves a lot. We're invested in this. This can lead to something really big and something really neat and something that you're really invested in. It's $1 billion industry, and we really can't wait to see where this goes.
What's going on? How you doing?
Hey.
Thanks for coming back and hanging out with us. I'm Leaf, and this is Andrew, and we're watching the Condors Valorant Academy squad. So far, not good for them. They lost their first round.
No, not great. You don't want to lose your own map pick. That's what we just saw happen, unfortunately. And well, we'll see how they do going into this second map. And the second map is going to be split. Hopefully they can split the difference here.
Don't first.
Sorry.
First
sorry.
you Chaos and then you.
She do that as well.
Yeah, she was all about the dad puns yesterday.
The split puns.
Yeah. It wasn't split specific. Actually, she might have actually made
that exact joke.
It's
a pretty. It was a low hanging fruit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it definitely was. One more time, you're out of here. But the squad, presumably, got their. No, maybe they didn't go for the Red Bulls. Maybe they also said, yeah, a little late for that.
Yep, they all got the hydration on deck though. It's maybe there's some sort of mix in there. Those protein powder bottles.
Mixes, yep. Yeah. Or just water. Too.
Yeah, that's good. That's usually what I would put in one of them bottles.
Yeah, you see the, I think that's the very far side there. See that box on the left, the very back?
Oh, yeah.
I think that's the Red Bull box there.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah,
now I know where they are. When everyone leaves, they can, just forget it. I'll just stay up all night and then do the radio show in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, it will make for an interesting show.
Yes.
That is very true.
Yeah, probably, maybe not a good show.
I didn't say that.
No, definitely. That's what I inferred from it. Interesting.
Yeah, but Condors need to lock in here. It seems like they're still in like a decent, I guess, mindset. I mean, we saw them still chatting around, some smiles even afterwards, right? You come off a season though, 6-0. You hope you can lock it in when it comes to the playoffs here in ECAC, right? Like you hope it's and it does doubly suck that this is single elimination.
Yeah.
So, right, like you don't have a second life. If you lose this next map here, that's it. ECAC done for you.
Yeah, for sure. To have a perfect season come to an end within a span of an hour and a half is sucks.
Oh, yeah, right? Like, seriously, when you put it that way,
yeah.
It's like this is a long time leading into this. One round at least you hope for.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when it comes to ice hockey, I'm from Toronto originally. I'm a Leafs fan, so I'm very used to a long season to be unfruitful. But you want to hope for these guys for their esports going forward that they are able to turn things around against Wichita State.
Yeah. Every time I turn around, they're losing to Boston.
Yeah, a lot of those. Don't want to think about it. No.
Every time they seem they can do it. But yeah, we'll find out if maybe Wichita is our Boston here. We go 6-0 in the league and walk into playoffs feeling good, chest puffed out, your heads are high, chin is up, and all of a sudden you forgot to protect that chin and someone knocks you out. And that's looking like what could happen here if we can't lock in this next map, which is, I must remind you, Wichita's pick.
Yeah.
But it's split.
It is split, yeah. So anyone can do this. What am I saying? They're very familiar with split.
Yeah, that's what
every
we're
team
looking
is.
for,
Yeah, there we go. I don't know why I said anyone. I meant specifically the Condors.
Yeah. These guys, they look by how fast their picks are locked in too. Right, like they know. Like, how do you play split? Well, we know how we play split.
Yeah.
This is how we play split.
Pretty much exact same as the last time, except we've got the YG switching out for the Omen instead.
Yeah. And I do believe the last time we saw these guys play on stream, this was the call. This was their comfort picks. These are the guys that they know how to play. Right. All the agents they know how to lock in and do some damage with. So hopefully that comes to fruition here on Split. Otherwise, it's done. But if we can win, we move on to Abyss. There's still going to be another map after this if the Condors can find victory here.
Yeah, definitely. And it looks like the Wichita State is going to be running another Viper this round. This time it's Zenith going to be playing as the Viper. So we'll see how they...
Well, yeah, I wonder at this level if it is something more of like, hey, I know this character, and that's how even if there is maybe a better pick for the map we're going on or a better pick here, I know how to utilize this character. I've studied this character because there's a lot of room to grow for every agent up to a certain point. If Viper's peak is past this, then you could still do really well with Viper. Again, we could probably, if a pro came in here right now, they could pick probably literally any agent on here and work it.
Right, yeah. it just comes down to knowing how everything's going to work and adjust the flow of the match with those characters.
Right. So it really just comes down to these guys playing the picks. Oh, whoa. Yeah. Get it. It comes down to them making the picks that they're just comfortable and having fun playing. Right. At the end of the day, they gotta sit down and have some fun. And it looks like they're having fun.
Yeah, definitely some smiles going around. They're I think that could be beneficial for them. You want to be loose. You want to be locked in but loose.
Yeah.
That's when you hit clips, is when you're locked in and loose.
Yeah, when you're not stressed. When you got nothing to lose and you're ready just to have some fun, play some video games. Yeah, you're good. When you overstress is when you overthink.
Yeah,
that's when sometimes it can come back to bite you.
I mean, that's the other thing about one positive of esports is the accessibility. It's like you don't get the match quality play when you play at home, but you can go home tonight and play more Valorant.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. I don't know why you would, but.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. With something like hockey or soccer, you have to get your whole team together and coordinate schedules. And this, you can run pubs.
You can't just go over to the arena and be like, hey, guys, I'm dropping in.
Yeah.
Maybe, but
sometimes, that's even still scheduled.
Yeah. Well, here it is. Condors at match point against Wichita State. The Condors need to get 2 in a row here. If they don't want Wichita to win, they could be knocked out. So Wichita maybe they get nervous knowing that, hey, they could lock it in here, and they end up dropping the ball.
Yeah, the teams have choked before. It's definitely possible.
Yep.
A lot of
players.
A good play by YG to get out of there, and Sam gets that first kill to start off the round on Vin.
Yeah, in the smokes here, they're going to get themselves onto site pretty quickly. Yeah, around the corner. Can you get them as they pop out? Yeah. Very close, but YG smoke does come in handy there. And they get the kill. Sunter's going to grab 2 as well, down to that final player. And they're going to lose 1 more on the way out here, but they do have to get onto site there and grab that defuse. They're going to give that to the Rays. Get that extra point.
Yep, that's definitely a useful one to have the point on.
Yeah, rockets are good.
And we saw Sunter, or I believe YG, win that Omen on Omen fight. Some good shooting, able to hold their ground.
Yeah, the smoke helped because it forced that player to dive out into and nothing. Like, they don't know what they're diving into. They could be aiming anywhere. They could be watching heaven when you dive out of that smoke. You have to watch the corner. So many different places you have to watch when you're diving out there. So they did pick kind of the right way to look, but it wasn't enough.
No.
So good smoke.
Here comes Wichita. A few players going up the middle side, and a few at A. They throw that Viper ability down and put a wall right there. We'll see if they use that as a fake like they did on the last map.
Yeah. Right now, sussing out mid, and they've got control of it, so that is going to force the Condors off. All we had watching right there was our Cypher, Rocket. He's not really going to be able to do much if this is a push from your opponents up mid, and it certainly is. There's 4 of them there now. You got their Cypher coming around the other side, and it's definitely a B site push, and I think he's communicated that information. They're watching just in case of a fake over on A site. They got to keep 2 there in case that wall, and it might be. They're actually going to back off now over to A site. Thankfully, got the 2 players there watching the angles.
Yeah, YG and Sam both pick up a kill, and it's now 5 Condors to 3 Wushocks. We'll see what happens when they come around this corner.
Flashes out. Watch out.
Good flash.
Unfortunately, it doesn't help overall, but I guess overall it does help. Sorry, it didn't help. The poor teammate that walked into that gunfire, but
but Sam was there to clean up the spoils of this the flash right there.
Lose Mornu. I think Mornu got 2.
Yeah,
2 picks in the meantime. So, but at what cost? His life.
Yeah. I was trying to go for a perfect KDA in an elimination game, perfect 0-death game.
Come on.
I don't think Mornu.
This was the one.
I don't think Mornu didn't die in the first round, actually.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. This was not the one. Another push from mid, and the Condors just don't care. They're just not occupied with that at all. That's going to be troublesome. An early pick there is going to, bless you.
Thank you.
An early pick there is going to force the Rays back a little bit. Yeah, watch out because only went on there. It's going to be a lot of clearance here for Wichita to make their way on to B site. Condors, 3 players left, have to get in there. That's going to be a hard ask for the retake.
Yeah, that was a good shot by Vin to just get the top pixel of the head there, unfortunately, for the Condor player. Now they've got 3 to make their way onto B site.
They got some firepower, though. The question is, are they just going to back off a little bit? Are they watching for, I think this is going to be a little rotate, a roam. See if you can get those picks. Sunter is walking in with the op. He's making his way full around. It does give you an opportunity to save as well. That's an expensive gun. And I think that's precisely what he's doing. He gets to watch in case anyone tries to hunt them down, and he also gets to save that gun.
Yeah, for sure. And you can see Rocket. Maybe you can try and pick up a pick or 2 before the end of the round.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like he's going to.
I don't know what the game plan was there for him.
Biscuits, or Sunder able to shoot Biscuits right at the end of there.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what he did. He wanted to make sure no one was going to rotate, get that exit frag. Lets him save as well. So he brings the op into the next round. But I'm not sure what Rocket's plan. I guess he just didn't care about dying.
Maybe.
Is there strat to that?
I know there's some sort of cash incentive when you sometimes get exploded.
I thought it was the whole team, though.
Right.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, wish I knew. Wish I could tell you. I'm not an expert.
Yeah, I can't psychoanalyze Rocket from here. I don't totally know what the plan was there either.
Had a league to the end of his name, and then sure, I got you.
Oh yeah, I would take your analysis of Rocket League for sure.
My analyticals.
Yeah. Tell me how to flip reset.
Well, another mid push. We'll be watching it a little bit closer this time, as they're trying to make their way up. We're both sides. Those Omen smokes hold them off a little bit, forces them up through mid top to the vents, and it looks like they're going to find safe passage there.
There's 3 players now going through these vents, going to make their way in toward the A site. They've also got that wall up.
Yeah. Ooh, but there it is, Sam trying to get in a little bit early, and we get at least one from Sunter. A second one there on the pistol. That's good. Sunter's still alive. Switches over to the Vandal because he's a little bit closer here. Makes his way out. Another one picked up through all the explosions. Rockets out as well. Maybe a little bit of overkill.
30 seconds.
Yeah, that was some great gunplay there by Sunter to able to get that shot off with the op and then get the pistol kill and then get out of there. Keeping that op for the next round potentially.
Oh, there's the peek. You got it. Yeah, watch your face. Ooh, bullets. Dancing now. Nice little cross. He's not going to know you're there. Good play from Mornu. I like the positioning. That's great. Gets him the kill.
Yep, bits that player out, and then Sunter's there with the op to shut him down.
Fortunately, the Rockets go bye-bye. Yeah, I like how he walked in with the Rockets after. We're like, can I blow something up?
I got these if anyone needs them.
No, everyone's dead. God, put your rockets away.
Looking like a little bit of an A push if I had to guess. We see the Condors. You got some interesting keyboard. I never noticed, but Valorant players like to have their keyboard at a bit more of an angle.
Oh, that's CS players as well.
CS players, yeah.
Yeah.
Gets you that easier sprint for your pinky, a little less work, I guess.
There is a CS player that has his keyboard fully upside down.
Interesting.
His arm is full in like this. Yeah.
All right.
Teach their own.
Yeah, whatever's comfortable, really. You know, it's as ergonomic as they are. They're definitely there's more buttons than fingers, so you got to find what works for you.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah. How many buttons are on a keyboard?
Depends on what kind of keyboard layout.
Right. Standard numpad. There's at least 26.
Good call. I like it. Playing it safe. He's a betting man, isn't he? Okay. Well, now we watch Wichita trying to steal momentum off of the Condors' hands. They want to start shutting this down unless they get into timeout territory. Condors holding split pretty well as a defensive team. Look at that. Hello, I see you. Oh, he can't make the shot. He knows he's got the advantage, but the flick has to happen out. Bullseye walks around and rocks him to the core here. Some trades. Bullseye's off the board. So is Rocket. And YG's going to follow suit there, and now it's up to Sam. They get a couple kills on site. Let's see if he can clean it up. He can't. He's eliminated as well.
Yeah, the final player, Morn, who's going to try and make his way onto site, but he's met with Zenith in the stairwell there and quickly turned around.
Yeah.
Turned down.
This is definitely what Wichita wanted. They wanted to be able to walk in and say, hey, we don't need our timeout yet. Let's shut this down in the manual way, and they do exactly that, 3-2. Condors, a good early start, but obviously that doesn't mean much in the long run of the game. I mean, they kept it pretty close early on in the last map too, but then you saw it start to get carried away by that second half here.
Looks like the Wichita State team is going to be making at least a little bit of a push towards it. Yeah, quick snipe with this, but the op by Sunter, though, he's picked it back up for this round.
Yeah, it's a good early kill. I mean, he's been doing all right with that. Is it like S tier so far? No, but it is definitely A+ tier.
Oh yeah,
definitely a good call at the rebuy. I mean, we've seen Sunter doing some work with anything he picks up. But that op, it's working well in his hands right now.
Bullseye and YG playing a little bit of peek and hide and go seek together, and nobody shoots. They both back off. It seems like. A little bit of a slow play here.
Well, probably a bit of a regroup. I mean, Cypher can handle his own for the most part, but they want full force, especially being down a player if they're going to be dropping onto A site. And that's what they're going to be doing. And I think the Condors are privy to the plan. Yeah, they're going to send a few players over as well. Here it is. The call out happens. And Mornu says, get on over, guys. They're coming. He's not going to engage until the rest of the team gets there, too.
Another snipe by Sunter there to make it 3 Wichita players.
That's real good.
A couple shots by Mornu. They're not able to pick up Biscuits, and Zenith is able to take out Rocket. Biscuits gets another one on Sam as well. It's now 2v1.
Yeah, this is real tough because Sunter has to watch so many different angles right now. He does at least have YG with him, but not for long. YG eliminated there. You see that over top. Get the op back out. Maybe a poke. But how are you going to get on site? He shakes his head. No, it's not going to happen. And he was right. That's quite the task to overcome. You lose the op too.
Yeah, unfortunate. Just a little bit of a miss by Morning right there. Not able to take out that Biscuits. And Biscuits then converts on 2 kills there. And really turns the round around for Wichita State.
Yeah.
Round and around.
Don't you hate it when your Biscuits convert?
No. What's the Biscuit conversion rate?
Well, how many times has that sentence ever been said in the history of humankind?
I don't know. Maybe if there's a video game out there where biscuits are used as a currency, but there's also a second currency.
Like, I'm guaranteeing you that it's never been said before.
Yeah.
Just curious at the frequency of it.
Probably under 10 in the last decade.
Last decade, okay. There was a big spike back in the 1700s, but
yeah. Yeah. When they were moving over from biscuits to the Great British Pound.
Throw a couple stones in there too, and you got it. Oh my God! Throw the knives! 3 in a row, and Sunter continuing to keep that KDA in his favor. That's great for the squad. Followed up by Sam there, but it is down to a 2v1. We lost a lot of players in that fight. Thankfully, Sunter did a lot of damage in the meantime.
Yeah, talking about a conversion rate. 3 quick knives, nailed somebody with each one of them, and it's now a 2v1. The Condors got to make this, got to hold this player off the spike.
Yeah, he's out there playing Dynasty Warriors. You love it. Just click, 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 dead, dead, dead. It's a dopamine rush, and that's going to keep him in flow state, going to keep him on point here. Yeah, they got to watch at both angles. That's all they have to do, especially with spike down.
30 seconds left.
Zenith getting a little in there right now. Watch out. You can't do it. You got 2 of them to take care of. Yeah, get those fist bumps in there. Another one locked in up against Wichita State.
Yeah, Rocket was ready for that one. Just had to be patient. And, yeah, wow, some great knife throwing there by Sunter.
Fortunately, shut down immediately after that. Bullseye has been living up to his name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely quite the sharpshooter.
Condors taking the lead back. They lost it momentarily there. The 6th round was in the favor of Wichita, but 7th going to the Condors. An op back in the hands of Sunter. You got to watch out, though, if they lose a few rounds here, they're not going to have that privilege of shopping for whatever they want to shop for.
Good peek by Sunder and quickly gets out of there, but takes quite a bit of damage in the meantime.
All right, Sunder, what you got? No enemies nearby to use that on yet, but hopefully in a little bit. We're locking in A pretty heavy. That's not going to do us any good given the fact that our opponents, Wichita, are moving over to B site very, very heavily. Viper keeping a little presence in mid just to see if it's clear. And that's going to give them a chance to run up to Heaven, too, if they need to help out. And there it is, full push.
Got the Omen there for YG. Gets the information, gets a smoke down on the site, which makes maybe the Wichita State think there's more people than there are there.
Yeah, no, that's good, though. Getting the download, and that's going to give them information of where they all exactly are. They know they're most probably on site. Yep. And they know there's one around the corner here and 2 more back of sight. Great flash. Great support there for YG to be able to lock that kill. Now they just got to work together, take these turns together. And there's the cross. Turn around. 2 immediately, though. Bullseye. Maybe you shouldn't do it that lined up, but you definitely want to work together. But, yeah,
2 together. They twinned around that corner, and Bullseye was like, oh, I'll take a collateral.
Yeah. If you give that to the character with the same name in the Marvel universe, yeah, you're in trouble.
Yeah. Bullseye has been sharpshooting absolutely. I think I've already said that about him, but we can see here he's got 12 kills already this game.
Honestly, it's crazy how close, though. I mean, Sunter's keeping pace, 13-5, only down in an assist, but beyond that.
Yeah, we've got two players really far ahead of the rest of their teams in terms of kills put up on the board. Obviously, you know, some players are just going to be like that. That's the role they find within the team. But we'll see how it goes. We got Sunter again, and we'll see what Bullseye's got.
It's a little more strength on the hold on mid this time. And this is a mid push. It's been a while, so I guess they called out, hey, this might happen. So this will be a little bit better for slowing things down as long as they don't lose too many players at the beginning here. If they have a hard push, then Wichita might be able to walk away with a dub here. But they do stick to the fights in mid. Condors are going to have a good bit of information of where they need to go now, and they make their rotates around a B site.
Yeah, Sam able to kick things off a little bit earlier with the first kill of the round. We're going to see these, if they come peek through this smoke, YG is anticipating that there's somebody there.
There is, and they got information 1. There's another one, though, around the corner. Get the second. Great hold on the back of sight. Condors just have 2 more to take down.
And Sam does it.
Yeah. What's wrong with your mouse there? Oh, yeah, the gunk.
Uh-oh.
That's the worst. Just fuzzies getting your... Had that happen the other day. I was using my mouse and all of a sudden did weird stuff. I'm like, what's going on, man? That's not cool.
Yeah, you don't want a sticky mouse.
Yeah, well, it wasn't sticky. There was just a bunch of dust in the laser.
Ah, right. Yeah, that's even worse. That's
I think that's what was happening there. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
Got a dub.
Made the shots. Well, maybe not him specifically, but the team got the round dub.
Yeah, he did get the round dub. 5-4 for the Condors. It's still close. And who knows what's going to happen when we get onto that side swap in our opponents, Wichita. The Woo Shocks make their way onto the defensive half. How is the Condors attack going to deal?
Got a full team pushing up toward A for the Woo Shocks this round. They've got that Viper wall down, and they're going to see Condors still have a couple players just looking. The Omen able to teleport back, I believe, if they need him.
Well, they decide that it's a good time to push. They didn't see anyone in sight there. They don't know someone's at back of sight, though, and they're going to walk into a little bit of trouble. Yeah, watch out, Sam. Can you do anything? Not enough, and the rest of the Condors will have to fall in line. They're only going to have 3 for the retake.
To get that spike down, and now it's on to the Condors to make their way into this site.
Yeah, but it's going to be a little bit troublesome with that Viper pit down because that gives great defensive position here for Wichita.
Yeah, they're all really tucked into that back thing, and the Condors got to shoot through no visibility whatsoever. try to figure things out.
Oh, that's a good amount of information there from Suntar. I like the call. Get some info up the top. Shake of the head to pull it all in, and when he lands, he just can't win the gunfight on the inside. Had he won that, though, he knew where 2 other players were positioned, and he might have been able to hop out and grab another. So, I mean, he might have been shut down because they know that he's in there now if they get that kill, but you hope for at least a trade.
Yeah.
Fortunately not, and we head back to a tie game. 10 rounds by and 5 apiece for both the Condors and the Wushocks.
Yep, only 2 rounds left to half, so this is the last 2 rounds of defense for the Condors. We'll see how they hold off the Wushock attacks for the last 2 rounds. Looks like the Wushocks are going to be moving towards B side again, or at least starting things off. They leave the spike on the ground, though. Yeah, well, especially this. They're sussing out right now. They're worried about an aggressive defensive hold here from the Condors, which they have done a little bit in the past. So they don't want to drop that in an awkward spot, and they don't want to lose it mid either. So this gives them the chance just to hop on back, pull it where they need to go. But they are obviously opting for B site, and they're hoping to gain advantage here. Few abilities go down in the middle here. There's that Omen smoke, so that's going to leave both teams without visibility through the middle there.
It's good for the Condors, though, because it buys them a lot of time.
Yep. Everybody's just kind of holding their angles, waiting for the other team to maybe make a move, see what's going on. A little bit of rotation from the Condors defense, though.
Yeah, Viper getting up a little further here, confident in their ability to clear out that lane. They know that, okay, they're going to have that space over in that corridor. Is that the op? Yeah, they are going to allow that Cypher to hang around bomb and then go for A. I said they were opting for B, but they realize they've got an open channel to make their way over to A site. So that's exactly what's going to happen. The Condors are going to have to make a fast rotate here. 2 back of sight might be able to hold them off for a little bit. Unfortunately, we don't land enough shots. That Raze is barely breathing right now. Rocket gets one. Mornu is not breathing at all. They are on site. Condors with 3. Well, if they got to retake lest they lose their the lead here to Wichita.
Yeah, Rocket's able to clear one of the Zenith, one of the players out. He clears out Zenith, so now it's a 3v3 for this retake, but quickly turned back into a 3v2 by Kumo.
Watch the elbow, YG slow. Flash is out. You're probably going to die. It's just down to Sam. It's not going to be easy when you're sitting that far away with a lack of weaponry.
No, yeah, that was a good hold by the Wichita State defense there. That flash perfectly timed, gets YG just stuck out in the open with no visibility, and they're able to clear out the rest of the players. Condors now down 6-5. Last round before they switch over to pistols. Switch over and do pistols. They're not switching specifically to pistols.
Yeah, let's just do pistols from here on out. Why not?
I think it would be interesting.
Would it?
I think it would be like a full game of only pistols.
It'd be interesting for a little bit, and then I think people would get over it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'd watch it. I'd watch a map on that. Oh man, they're getting right in there. Full aggression from the Condors. No hesitation whatsoever as they make the run to site. That's going to be successful for the plant. The question is, are they going to be successful for the hold?
Condors are quickly making their way back into site. A lot of abilities they've got to peek through.
Ooh, Rocket.
Starting. Oh, a quick one for Rocket, but he's traded out by Biscuits.
I like to see that. Look how quick they got up there, too, just to try to shut down Heaven. Of course, that wall was in a good spot to lock him out a little bit, but it's gone near, and Condors have a lot of space to be able to watch for him. Ooh, watch the corner, though. Zenith, the sneaky little snake, is going to shut down 2 of our players, allowing Kumo to clean up the last 2.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for the Condors. Zenith just hit those 2 shots so quickly, and all of a sudden, they didn't have the numbers advantage anymore, and made it an easy cleanup job for the rest of the team there.
Good retake for Wichita. Not what the Condors are hoping for, especially again. You hope to walk in as close as possible. Not bad. You're only down 2 coming into that swap, but you want to be as close as possible. It did feel like they would have had a chance there.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was definitely, that round looked like it was going in Condors' favor. They were getting some movement into the site. And
wait, is there a portal at the top of that building?
Oh, perhaps.
At the very, very top there.
Oh, some Valorant lore.
Maybe it's just a big light.
A beacon.
I'm guessing it's just an LED panel.
Would be cool if they just teleport people out of the building.
Oh, that would be terrifying. People falling from the sky all the time.
Yeah,
What do you mean cool?
Well, I don't know what the lore of the Valorant world is necessarily. Maybe some people fly.
I mean, I guess I would be surprised. Jet's kind of close to that, so. Yeah, well, we do head into a round swap. And now the Condors find themselves on the attack. And I'm very curious how they're going to handle this now with it being so close. And especially into pistols. They want to opt for that mid, but there is a full presence from their opponents.
Yeah, Bullseye able to take down Sunter, and then Vinna gets Rocket. So it's now 3 Condors to 4 Wichita State Wushogs. Another one for Vinna on YG.
Yeah, full converge. You saw the hands up actually there from our players. Like, oh, what do I do with that? What the heck?
Yep. Ray's going to drop the spike, leave it close to the site, maybe free yourself out, not to die in an awkward spot, like I said earlier.
I'm going to give that plant over to Sam while the Rays holds the angles here. Uh-oh. They can't get the plant either. Yep. Unfortunate.
Yep, Biscuits converts yet again. Now down 8-5.
They're doing their best. Wichita showing themselves to be formidable opponents. That this is elimination. A 6-0 league play in ECAC for the Condors. They did wonderful before. You come into single elimination, you start to face some harder opponents, some harder competition. And the Condors are seeing exactly what that competition can look like. They lose this map right now here on Split. They are done. ECAC, their semester over.
Yeah, so they definitely, I mean, I think it goes without saying that they want to win here, but they're going to be having to pull out all the strats to try and get momentum back in their favor.
Well, they opt for B. Aggressive, ballsy plays might be the call here. Play it smart. Land your crosshairs, and you can win these. But coming into second round after a pistol loss, certainly won't be easy.
Doesn't put the odds in their favor, but Jet used that ability to get a little closer to the site, take some space back, hit by part of a rocket.
Yeah, they're taking a little bit of that AoE damage from that raise right now, but they are going to be able to get that plant. Information for the opponents, though, you got to watch that heaven. They're going to be able to move in quick there and try to take some picks there. Great shot, though, for Sunter. At least eliminates one before he's taken out there onto site. They're hurting a little bit, but they're still there.
Yep. So Zenith gets another one, so the Condors got to keep holding it off. Mornu with a nice shot with the pistol there. Able to take out Zenith and try and keep holding this off. A couple missed shots by both players there.
Yeah, I mean, they'll take it. Mornu gets to live to see another day, but he needs to land a collateral there. If he had, that was close. If he had landed that collateral, I mean, they got that round, but yeah, that sucks. It's close, though. At least they got some bodies off the board. I mean, taking down 3 of those players is great just for keeping that econ as close as possible after losing 2 rounds. Now, they're going to be into buy territory, and hopefully this is going to be a turnaround. They're hoping as well. They've seen what the timeout buff can give them. They're going to lock one in. Now that they've got buys, let's think about it. Let's talk about it, guys. What's going on here? You called it before. You thought you saw Non in the lobby. He's in the lobby, so he's definitely sitting there talking and saying, hey, guys, come on, this is what we got to do.
Yeah. He's got that veteran presence. He plays on the varsity team, and he's also he's going to know. He's going to know as good as anybody what we're going to do here.
You know what? He's probably telling them.
What's that?
He's probably saying, be like me and hold W.
Yeah. Get in there. Get your kills. Also hold W.
This would be terrible advice.
Yeah, definitely. You want to
fire him as
you don't
a coach.
You don't want to go down double digits to 5. So this is a well-placed timeout, I think.
Yeah. No, it definitely is. I mean, keeping double digits away from your opponents, because there is a flip. There's something that happens. Yeah. You see that, and you're like, oh, we're close. We can do this. And that confidence can really help. So locking it in, again, especially when you can get a bye, you're coming into the next round as fresh as possible. It's as close to even as possible here, and you get to just go in and play an actual round of Valorant. And that's important to get a win when you're in that situation. Mid is an aggressive hold here, Andrew.
Yeah, they're all going for an A push, and they're able to get on site as there's none of the Wichita State team there. So
wow, what? Wichita decided for an aggressive mid play at the wrong time. They might be able to kill Rocket here. At least he gets a trade in the meantime. But yeah, he's going to give that information to the Condors. They're going to be like, okay, sure.
Yeah, they know everyone's at the back now, and they just have to adjust for that and keep holding these angles.
Yeah, I mean, that information that they're going to have gotten from their cipher, absolutely massive.
It's going to be a very interesting retake for the Wichita State team here.
It really is, especially with those Omen smokes. So you got to jump out into the middle of those there. Trade's coming out right now, and it's the Condors that are coming out with an advantage. Spike is going to have to be dealt with very soon here for our opponents. Yeah, he's got the information. He knows they're there. Fake it out and come around with the corner. Take him out. Good stuff.
Yeah. Good job by Mornu to hold that angle, stand tall, and finish off that player. That gives the Condors another win before the other team hits double digits.
Yeah, this is good. Could be better, but it is still at least a nice scoreline. The Condors trying to pull back those last 3 rounds against Wichita. And they might have a good chance here coming off that round win. Here's
another full A push.
Yep, all clear. Good to go.
Yep. We've got a few more of the Wichita players there than the last round, though, so they're going to have to quickly deal with that.
This will be trouble. The reload at the wrong time. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you do expect that push. You saw what that mid was like before. An odd choice for the reload at that point.
Definitely,
player just pulls around the corner immediately.
Definitely good game sense by Zenith there. Or I believe it was Kumo who came around the corner.
Yeah.
Mornu gets a kill, though, and keeps things a little bit safe. It's now a 2v2 for the Condors. Another one for Sam, and they're able to pick up that round. It's now 7-9.
Yeah, it felt like it might not go good. A little yellow primal scream there for a dub.
You gotta let those emotions out. You don't keep them bottled up. Not in game 2 of the elimination, map 2 of elimination.
Only 2 rounds away now from Wichita to tie things up. Holding them off from their double digits, holding them off from a map win, which would turn into elimination for the Condors. They're really hoping that they can stave off death for a little bit longer, extend their season just a little more by winning this map on Split. And they're going to make their way on to be on Split, get another spike plant. And again, as long as the hold comes in, they're only 1 round away from tying things up here against Wichita.
Yeah, they changed things up, and this B plant was able to happen fairly seamlessly there. Only 1 Condor taken out so far, but they are at the slight number disadvantage. Rocket evens are up, though.
Yeah, they're just a strong hold on the back of sight. Real curious if they can win these gunfights. They should be good. No more real AoE to come out here that you really got to be too scared of. And they're just going to lock in some kills there. But Finna, oh my God.
Pops off with the Sheriff. That's a tough one for the Condors to lose. You can see the head drop down, and they're laughing it off a little bit. So you don't expect that to happen every day.
Oh, that was a surprising turn of events. I think that not many people were thinking would happen. Yeah, just race on the site. I said you don't got to worry about the AoE, but you got to worry about the character that has the AoE still. They still got a gun.
Yeah.
Click heads.
Don't worry about the AoE. Worry about the pinpoint precision. There's 3 heads in a row.
Double digits here. Wichita into 10. 3 more for them. 1 million minus 999,994 left for us.
Okay.
Did I do the math right?
I think so. Any number over like 15, I start to lose track.
Mornu, Rockets out. Catches 1. Zenith gone. That's going to put Spike down. All 5 players alive. One's hurting a little bit. Sam's, feeling a little weary.
Yeah, all the Wichita State are kind of in the one spot right now. They're going to probably start to split up and make their way in through the 2 lanes to stagger the angles that the Condors are holding.
Yeah, Condors aren't going up top to get those angles, to get that knowledge. They know they're up there anyways. We are starting to see now. There it is. YG is trying to make that corner, trying to catch him off guard, but he's going to lose that gunfight up there against Bullseye. Down on site, Vinna is actually going to rock the Condors as well. Biscuits lighting it up with 2 himself, and a second one for Bullseye. He's going to eliminate that last Condor. Wichita, what a take back.
That was a very, very speedy retake by the Wichita team right there. Again, Vinna, another great round for him. He just cleaned up quite a few players, and Biscuits and Bullseye have been doing their fair share of kills as well.
Explosive for Wichita, and now things start to get a little shaky. This is where you really got to lock in the mental. You know you can take rounds off of them. How do we keep doing that? We got to make sure those retakes aren't being so successful here for Wichita. It's just a little bit lack of focus sometimes. I think that's dropping them here in.
The knife's coming out.
Over to A, yeah.
Knives coming out for Sunter. I think if there's any good time to use them, it's right now. You don't want to. You want to stave off that match point.
Yep. There's no one in sight yet to throw them at. So I guess we just get onto site. Ooh, YG catching a little bit of flack there as he makes his way in. Yeah, get those seekers out, find out where they are. That's going to buy you good information for your positioning. Sunter is trying to make his way in there, but he's getting tripped up by his teammates. And they are working hard to be aggressive. They've seen what happened for their opponents. They get aggressive. Let's do it to them. Click, 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 please. No!
Kumo with a 4-piece.
Single one landed there.
No, it just ducked right underneath all of them, and then Zenith is there to clean up Mornu. That's unfortunate round. A lot of good shooting by Zenith, and puts Condors onto match point.
That sucks, though. Heads down oftentimes is a sign of mental defeat, and it's really hard to come back from that.
Yeah, Kumo, oh my goodness. Just lined up 4 Condors right there.
Ouchie, wouchies. Condors have a gash in their side. Don't know if a Band-Aid's going to do it at this point.
Yeah, down 5 rounds. They have to be perfect from here on out.
That they do. Condors will just decide to full blow in over to B site. They might be called out a little bit. Open smoke. Is it going to hold them off? They say no. Get in there. Jet first. Try to get some sights there. Plant is going to come out. It's going to be real tight, though. They might lose their life after the plant. Yep. And they didn't even get the plant as well. Trying to cut it a little bit soon, knowing the flash was coming out here. Condors down some players, but guess what? So are Wichita.
Yep. They've got the player advantage right now with 3-2, so they just got to hold off this retake as the spike has been planted. Sometimes easier said than done when it comes to Wichita.
Yeah. You hope, though, at least with the player advantage, we can do it. Make their way in now. Ooh, good lurk from Mornu. Taking out one. The last one is going to be alive still. Zenith. Probably not going to be able to get the round win, though.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yep. Sam was ready and waiting and takes out the Zenith. That's another round win for the Condors, and it's now 12-8.
One towards victory. But there's a lot of steps left to take. If you would sing, I would walk 500,000 miles. Well, you've only just taken the first mile.
Yeah, and there's about 499, give or take.
Yeah, we're too much math here. We got to cut it out.
Subtraction and addition sometimes I can do.
I should hope.
Yeah. Oh, sometimes.
You're in a casting position right now, so math is a questionable thing to partake in.
And speaking of math, we're going to see how they, I couldn't get it.
What? Yeah, I saw you lose it the second you said it.
I didn't have anything. I just thought I would find it.
Oh, YG planting for open there. And they get the secrets out. That'll give them some good information that there's a bunch of baddies around the corner. Hold the angle, hold elbow, flash, get out of there. That'll buy a little bit of space for Wichita. They do have a player advantage, but they don't really have the position advantage yet. They're still going to make their way through all of this obstruction on site. Yeah,
Sam able to get quite a few kills there. Rocket and YG also coming in with their share of kills, and now it's 3 Condors left to 1 Wichita player.
Yeah.
Looks like it's going to go in the Condors' favor again.
Well, it is Kumo. Don't speak too soon. There's one down. We saw what Kumo did before, and thankfully Sam shuts him down. They work together. Rocket was right behind him to try and help him out, but I got a little PTSD on that one from the exact position and we saw before Kumo do that damage in.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, you don't want to play too recklessly when you're on match point like this.
Yeah. The thing is, we're going to see a timeout likely come out very soon here if Condors can grab themselves another win. Let me see where the econ is here. Okay. Yeah, I think that's definitely going to be we need to shut this down soon. Because I'll have one more after this. Potentially pull it on the 10th. Yeah. It's getting close. It's getting tight. Wichita's going to be thinking about it, and that's a good thing. Condors are definitely putting them in a position they have to think about it. And while they do have the chance to move on site, they are not taking it with speed. Finally on. Sunter's going to get that high ground, try to make sure that he can get some information for his teammate once he needs it.
Mornu able to pick up a kill on Biscuits. Another one on Bullseye, stopped by Zenith, but Sam is there to pick up Zenith.
Oh!
And another quick round for the Condors.
Yeah, they lit that one up. Those early kills there. Mornu set that on the right foot. That was good. Seems to be their call. The question is, do you go to B again after this?
Yeah.
Or do you switch it up for A? I mean, they're having success on both, but B site maybe a little more. I don't know. Are we full dives again? Do they want to go mid? You know, I'd be thinking they might want to go mid. Oh, and it looks like, honestly, Wichita might be thinking that too.
Yep. They're anticipating a little bit of a mid push. It looks like the Condors are switching things up and going to A. Or, sorry?
No, mid. Hey, I guess here's the problem, though. If you're having the same thoughts as me, that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
that is fair.
Or maybe I just know what's going on here.
You're allowed to learn things. Maybe you're making progress.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. They try to get a little bit of mid strength, but they realize very quickly that that's going to be troublesome. But that's good. That's information. That's knowledge that they need to opt for another position. And it's over to A site that they go. Flash will let them know that Condors are keeping A open as an option at least. Whether it's a commit or not, they're not going to know until now. That should give it out to them. They're going to hear all of this util going off, and onto site they go. They're going to watch their backside, though. They definitely have some lurkers there that could cause them some trouble.
Yep, the Condors have to be ready. They make their way onto site, and YG's going to get the plant going down. It's now up to to Wichita for the retake.
Yep. Ooh, he gets away from the flash. That's great. 1 kill, 2 kill, making a third. You know he's there. Sam lights it up. That buys a lot of space there for the Condors on site. The remaining 4 can do some damage, but so can Vinna.
Grenade going in. That's going to make the Condors back off a little bit as the YG players come in. But Rocket takes down Vinna, and now it's just the final Wichita State player this round.
Yep. Can you get the peek? Get the peek. Get the peek. Where is he? Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
That was close. Cool. Bullseye with the fake plant, but Sunter able to finish him off, and it's now a 1-point game.
We're getting in there. The mountain is being climbed. That all started with this. That was huge. Good. A little back and forth. Good little strafe job there. And
yeah, great patience by Sam to get that strafe off.
Yeah, no, that was good. Put them in a good spot. But now where do they go? What do they do? What's the plan here? And intriguingly enough, they are saving, again, their timeout. That's the word I'm looking for.
Oh, yeah.
For a little bit later, maybe.
Yeah, maybe you feel like if you go to a 12-12 tie, all of a sudden,
well, I guess
you want to put a stop to that.
I get this point. This might be a bit of a save round if I'm not mistaken for them. So, yeah, maybe save that for once you can buy. Condors. They're getting right in there again. A site locked in. They've been holding on to these retakes here, so that's good. And they're full pushing in.
Yeah, they're looking to see if they can get in behind some of these players. Really keep them far away from the site.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Heading to overtime, I guess it wouldn't be very smart to go for a save round then, I guess. But yeah, it's interesting they didn't try to stop this momentum earlier.
It's a big rocket for Vin. It takes out 2 players there. Takes out Sunter and Kumo gets YG. Bullseye. Just one Condor left.
Reminder, this is match point. It has to be done. Sam has to light him up, has to clean him up. You almost got the clutch there. You almost pulled through into overtime, but unfortunately, it's just not meant to be. And Wichita State are going to walk away victorious, but by golly, did the Condors give us a little bit of show by the end there and make Wichita think, oh, we might be going to a third map. But congratulations, Wichita, to take it. But a close series, boys.
So close at the end there by Sam. You think he was maybe going to get that collateral on the 2 of them.
I was ramping up, man.
Yeah.
I was ready to give him the clip of his entire semester.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that would have really made his night after that 3-piece in the 2 rounds earlier. And just unfortunately not able to find the shots on that last player.
Yeah, it's a bummer, too. I mean, you got these guys coming off. You like to see that at least there was some fight and some contest by the end of it, but it's a bummer for them. You come off that 6-0 off your league play and then into this. But you quickly realize that's why it's playoffs. That's why, that's what happens when you go up against all the other groups and you start facing some of these other teams.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it lets them know that they have something to learn for next semester. They have They have some things they can work on and just realize, like, hey, we won all those league games, but all of a sudden, we're not the perfect team anymore.
Yeah, no, and it's a good. I think it's good. It definitely gives you. There's other leagues to play in as well, but it's good to have that wake up call. As we were talking before, this whole series is just. It's good to have a series that can make you see where you need to improve. Because while it sucks, while it's a bummer, it still is a chance to grow from this. You're not done. Like this didn't just end your career, right? Hopefully
exactly.
not.
Uninstall.
But you have a lot more to go, and growing is an important aspect to becoming a better competitor.
Yeah, for sure. And I think they can be really proud about just how, even though they lost 2 maps, how just tonight went, they were able to show that fight that they still had, and they can take that forward into the next season. It's like, hey, even when the going gets tough, we're not totally out of it. It's just we got to clean up some aspects of our play.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, it is unfortunate. We've seen them on the stream twice now. We saw them dominating. We saw them in a very close series. But again, congratulations to Wichita for taking that dub, and kudos to the Condors for putting up a good fight by the end of it. Again, I really was hoping. I was hoping that he was going to get that clip there. But, that is the end of these guys in their ECA league or their career for this semester. And it's not it for the Condors, though. Nope. We are coming back tomorrow.
Yep, we've got tomorrow night at 8 p.m. That's Wednesday. We've got the NACE playoff finals with the COD Academy team, who have had quite the season this year. They've been a powerhouse.
Yeah, I mean, while we did see our Academy Val squad tonight go from 6-0 into a loss in 0-2 into the bracket, that's not been the case for our Academy squad for COD.
No, they won their last bracket game quite handily.
Yeah, it's been pretty straightforward for them in their victories. So that'll be really cool to see if they can lock that in. That would give them just the perfect season.
Yeah.
NACE, they again, I think what dropped. It's not like a perfect season. They did drop a map, I believe, maybe once or twice, but it definitely has been quite the role for them. They mentioned it a few times. They're like, we shouldn't be in this league.
Yeah, definitely.
They're proving it with their runs.
Exactly. So hopefully they can finish things off on the season and maybe make their plea for maybe put us in a better division.
If they can win tomorrow, I feel like they definitely have a good case to make.
Yeah.
Especially if it's handily.
Yeah.
They're not like putting together bookshelves or anything. No. But anyways, please join us tomorrow for the CAC COD, because honestly, that's actually going to be a really fun one to watch. Not like the others aren't, but that's a big one to see if they can go for that perfect season. So we're all done here for today. It was great to at least see contest by the end. Unfortunate loss, but I appreciate you hanging out with me. Let's get you out of here so you can go wake up at 5 a.m.
Yes, it's bedtime.
Okay, cool. Let's skedoodle out of here. Thank you guys for joining us, and again, we'll see you tomorrow for some Call of Duty.
Condors Esports is innovating intercollegiate gaming in Ontario and beyond. We've built a community where you can compete, play, and work in a dynamic program accessible from all campuses.
Condors Esports is more than just gaming. Here, you'll find empowerment and inspiration in state-of-the-art facilities equipped with the latest technologies and unwavering support.
We are varsity athletes, turning victories into championships as high-performing gamers.
We are relentless, constantly pushing our limits and pursuing excellence through every match.
We are Condors. Gaming connects us on campus or online, all through best-in-class equipment.
We're building a foundation of experience, powered by our passion, and developing skills that drive personal and professional success.
We are eager students transforming our dreams into careers in dynamic and emerging industries.
Condors Esports goes beyond gaming, fostering enduring friendships, unforgettable experiences, and meaningful connections.
This is your chance to transform your passion for video games, esports, and technology into something impactful. Learn how Conestoga is introducing Condors Esports to your campus and connect with fellow Condors striving to soar.
We
We are Condors.